Have you ever felt like you're living in a world that doesn't truly get you? A world full of superficiality and distractions, where nothing seems to hold real meaning? As an INFJ, you're wired differently. You crave depth, authenticity, and a life that feels purposeful. But in a world that seems so shallow, how do you even begin to find that deeper meaning? In today's video, we're going to explore how INFJ can reconnect with their true life purpose, reject the surface level distractions, and align their intuition, emotional intelligence, and self mastery to create a life filled with fulfillment. If you've ever felt out of place or wondered why the world around you seems so empty, this is for you. The INFJ struggle with superficiality. One of the biggest struggles INFJ face is the constant feeling of disconnection from the world around them. You see, as an INFJ, you're wired for depth. You crave substance in everything you do, whether it's in conversations, relationships, or experiences. You're not interested in the small talk, the fleeting trends, or the superficial chatter that so often dominates our daily lives. Instead, you see beyond the surface. You sense when people are being inauthentic, when something feels hollow or empty. It's almost like you can feel the lack of real connection in the room. And that's frustrating, right? Because you want more. You long for meaningful exchanges where you can truly understand others and be understood. But in a world full of shallow interactions, it can often feel like you're swimming against the tide. This deep need for authenticity is what leads many INFJs to reject anything that feels superficial. You simply can't settle for the surface level stuff. It doesn't resonate with who you are. And honestly, that can make you feel a bit isolated, like you're living in a world that's just not in tune with what you really need. Why shallow interactions feel empty to INFJ? For INFJ, everything in life is about meaning. You're not someone who can just go through the motions. You need to understand why you're doing something, why it matters, and how it fits into the bigger picture. This deep-seated need to seek meaning is what makes shallow interactions feel so draining. When you engage with someone or find yourself in an environment that lacks depth, it feels like you're constantly giving without receiving anything in return. Your intuition kicks in, and you can almost feel the emptiness of the exchange. It's not that you don't appreciate casual conversations or social moments, they have their place. But when these interactions lack real substance, they leave you feeling unfulfilled. You thrive in environments where connections are real, where people are open and authentic, and where there's emotional resonance. But when it's just small talk, surface level pleasantries, or forced pleasantries, it feels like you're not truly seen or heard, and that can leave you feeling emotionally exhausted. INFJ need real connections to thrive. You need people who are willing to dive deep, to be vulnerable, and to share their true selves. Without that, everything else feels hollow, and it's no wonder you walk away from those interactions feeling more drained than energized. The INFJ desire for true connection. At the heart of every INFJ is a deep desire for true connection. It's not enough for you to simply be around people. You need to connect with them on a deeper level. Surface level interactions just don't satisfy you. They leave you feeling disconnected and, honestly, a little empty. What you crave are relationships built on mutual respect, trust, and shared values. You want to truly understand the people in your life, not just know their surface level stories, but to see into their souls. You want to know their fears, their dreams, their vulnerabilities. And in return, you want to share the real you. You want to be in relationships where you can show your authentic self without fear of judgment or misunderstanding. For INFJ, this kind of connection isn't just a nice to have. It's essential. Without it, you can't thrive. You can't find fulfillment. You need relationships that are genuine, where there's a sense of emotional depth, where you and the other person are willing to be vulnerable and open. And when you do find these kinds of relationships, they become your most treasured connections. because they resonate with your core and give you the purpose and meaning you seek. The power of intuition in discovering life purpose. One of the most powerful gifts an INFJ has is their intuition. It's like an inner compass that guides them toward authenticity and purpose. INFJ have this deep, almost unexplainable sense of knowing, whether it's about people, situations, or the path they're meant to take in life. When they tune into this intuition, everything starts to align. At times, this can be confusing or even overwhelming because, let's be honest, it's not always easy to trust that quiet inner voice when the world around you is full of distractions. But when you do trust your intuition, you realize that it's been guiding you toward your true self all along. It's the key to discovering your life's purpose because it doesn't just point you in any direction, it points you toward what truly resonates with your heart and soul. Trusting your intuition means making decisions that feel right for you, not what others expect or what society says you should do. INFJ who embrace this gift are able to carve out lives that reflect their deepest values, aligning their actions with what brings them true fulfillment. It's when you trust that inner wisdom that you begin to feel truly connected to your life's purpose, knowing that you're walking the path meant for you. Aligning emotional intelligence with purpose. Emotional intelligence is one of the defining traits of an INFJ, and it's a powerful tool that helps them navigate both their own emotions and the emotions of others. INFJ have this incredible ability to understand people on a deep, almost intuitive level. You can sense what others are feeling, even when they don't say a word. It's as if you can feel their energy, their struggles, and their needs, often before they even express them. But emotional intelligence isn't just about understanding others, it's also about understanding yourself. INFJ who embrace this gift are able to connect with their own feelings, diving deep into what drives them, what they truly care about, and what makes them feel fulfilled. When you listen to your own emotions, you can start to see what resonates with your soul and what feels authentic to you. By aligning this emotional intelligence with your purpose, you begin to live a life that is truly fulfilling. You're no longer chasing external validation or living for others. You're tuning into your own heart and making decisions based on what brings you peace, joy, and alignment with your true self. When emotional intelligence and purpose come together, you feel more in control of your life with a clearer sense of direction and fulfillment. Mastering self for fulfillment. For INFJ, the journey of self-mastery is never ending, but it's one of the most rewarding paths they can take. At their core, INFJ understand that true fulfillment isn't found in external achievements or material success, it's found in aligning their actions with their deepest values. This is the essence of self-mastery, understanding who you are, what you stand for, and what brings meaning to your life. This journey isn't always easy. It requires introspection, taking the time to look inward, to ask those tough questions about what truly matters to you. It requires self-discipline, staying true to your values, even when the world around you might tempt you to stray. And it demands a commitment to growth, because self-mastery isn't a destination. It's a lifelong process. But when you master yourself, when you live in alignment with your core beliefs, that's when everything starts to fall into place. Your decisions become clearer, your relationships become more fulfilling, and most importantly, you begin to experience a deep sense of inner peace and contentment. You know that you're living a life that reflects the truest version of yourself, and that is the ultimate source of fulfillment. The power of quiet reflection. Some of the most important tools in an INFJ journey to finding true meaning and fulfillment is the power of quiet reflection. As an INFJ, you often need time alone to process your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. It's in these moments of solitude that you reconnect with your inner voice, the part of you that knows who you truly are and what you truly need. In a world filled with constant noise and distractions, this time alone is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. It's how you tune out the superficiality and return to yourself. Quiet reflection gives you the space to listen to your thoughts without outside influences clouding your judgment. It's where you can honestly assess what's working in your life and what isn't, what's serving your higher purpose and what's holding you back. By making time for reflection, you ensure that you don't lose sight of who you are in the hustle and bustle of the world around you. You avoid getting caught up in the superficial aspects of life and instead stay grounded in what truly matters. This quiet time is your personal reset button where you realign with your deepest values and reaffirm your commitment to living a life that's authentic and meaningful. At the end of the day, INFJ thrive when they live with purpose. It's not enough to simply go through the motions or follow the crowd. They need to create a life that's deeply meaningful and aligned with their core values. In a world that often pushes shallow pursuits and surface-level accomplishments, INFJ are driven by something much deeper: the desire to live intentionally. Living with purpose means pursuing goals that truly matter to you, not just what society expects or what seems popular. It's about choosing a path that reflects your true self, whether that's in your career, your relationships, or your personal growth. INFJ find fulfillment when they dedicate themselves to causes and endeavors that have real impact, not just temporary satisfaction. But purpose isn't just about what you do, it's about the people you surround yourself with. INFJ value deep, meaningful relationships, and they nurture those connections with care and intention. They're not interested in small talk or shallow friendships. They want bonds that are built on trust, respect, and shared values. Living with purpose means making decisions every day that resonate with your heart, even when the world around you encourages quick fixes, empty validation, or superficial success. It's about staying true to your own compass, no matter how loud the distractions become, and knowing that a life filled with intention and depth is the only one that will bring you true fulfillment. If you've resonated with anything we've talked about today, it's time to take action. Living with purpose and authenticity isn't just a dream. It's something you can create every day, starting now. But I want to hear from you. What's one thing you're going to do today to start living more intentionally and aligning with your true values? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to know how you're applying these ideas to your own life. And if you found value in this video, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any future content that helps you create a deeper, more meaningful life. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're all here to support each other in living with purpose. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.